There isn't a single thing that will make you fluent. There isn't a single tool that will do all the work. It's always a combination of things, a combination of tools you use that make you learn a language, that will make you fluent. Now, can Duolingo make you fluent? Let's see what they said about it.
To be fluency is such a vague concept.
I do agree with that. Fluency is a vague concept.
And open to much interpretation.
Yes.
Prefer the methods of Duolingo, where
Well, who'd have thought? Who'd have thought you prefer your methods, Duolingo?
we focus on what matters to everyone. Becoming conversational and feeling confident in your new language.
Yeah, I think becoming conversational is a very important aspect. One of the main things of language, right? You want to talk to people, you want to be able to communicate. And also you want to be able to absorb, communication. So you want to understand and you want to be understood. I think that's the main language thing, right? At least for me. I like understanding. I want to be able to read, to absorb information in that language. That's the main thing. And you also want to communicate your ideas, right? That's very true, Mr. Oscar.
Language goals like understanding the street signs in your favorite Parisian neighborhood, ordering the correct wine pairing in Bordeaux, or finally asking your crush on a date in French. Aren't those immediately more enticing than fluency?
Well, yeah, I think pragmatic use of the language is what makes it interesting. Fluency is something that, as Mr. Oscar has already said here, different people have different interpretations. What does that even mean? To me, honestly, it doesn't bother me. It's not something that I'm thinking about. Fluency. I just want to understand more and more. I just want to spend more time. I just want to speak more and read more and improve. So, fluency is not really, again, it's too vague. What is that? Why are you going to be going to that? I see a lot of people getting frustrated because they want to get fluent and fast and all of that, and they just get frustrated because things don't happen as they have scheduled and they stop. I think it's just better to just absorb the language and just create that habit. So constant improvement, little things, and that's what it's about. And you're going to lead your life like that, and you're going to be improving always the language. There's not going to be an end to that. It's only improvement, really. So I don't really think about fluency. It's kind of a maybe useless term for me, like, whatever.
Now, to reach those goals, you'll need an excellent teacher. And you're in luck because our interactive lessons are designed by teaching experts. However, the best materials in the world only work if you're disciplined. But don't fear.
That's true. You have to learn. No one can learn it for you. You have to be there, and you have to live the lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. You have to live it. Okay, like working out, you have to live it. There's no one that will work out for you. You have to work out. Tops, you can have someone recommend you some workout routines or anything like that, but you have to do the work. It's just like that with languages. You have to keep it up. You have to be in contact, right? So it's not about the tool, really. It's about your behavior. I think there are multiple, if not infinite, ways of learning languages. You just need the essentials. You have to be there. You have to listen a lot. You have to absorb information in the language. And you have to express information in the language. So read, talk, listen a lot, so you get used to that. Pretty much it. No one can do that for you. Okay, you find many methods. Try different things. See what works for you. What might work for you might not be interesting for another person, so something else would be more interesting and therefore work better for them because they find it more interesting. But yeah.
Duolingo makes the learning journey quite delightful. Game, if you will. Whether you're a cutthroat competitor on the weekly leaderboard or nurturing your daily streak, our brilliant system motivates you to do your lessons every day.
That's not something I particularly enjoy about Duolingo. The rankings, all of that. I understand that's part of how to have an app nowadays. Those things attract a lot of people. It's not really my case. I'm not really interested in that. If it were an offline app, I think I'd like it better, possibly. But yeah, I do know some people like that, competition kind of thing. It's not really my thing. But I do like the missions. I do like getting missions done, and all of that.
You'll begin building that language habit without even realizing it.
I think that's the best aspect of Duolingo, creating a habit. I recommend this app usually for people who are not into language learning, I go like, try some Duolingo. You know, because if you do like a tiny lesson regularly, if not every single day, at least regularly, you develop a habit of being in contact with a language that you just didn't have before. And from that, you develop the next steps, such as listening a lot to it. You know, you have to go beyond Duolingo.
So Duolingo make you fluent? Every minute spent on Duolingo gets you closer to your personal language goals. Instead of wandering aimlessly searching for fluency, you'll find that with daily practice, you can soon recognize words on a menu.
Wandering aimlessly looking for fluency. I don't know exactly what was meant by that. But yeah, I mean, having a goal of being fluent is too vague. Okay, I think it makes more sense to have a goal of, I want to own this language. I want this language to be part of my daily life, and I want to understand it better, you know? And so you're focused on short-term goals that if you're consistent, they'll build big things without your having to think about the big things and get frustrated that it's taken too long. It's just about the small wins, you know, when you go like that. So if that's what was meant, then I agree with that.
Conversations. So trust the process, grab a glass, and let's begin your learning journey today.
So yeah, okay. Now he said they focus on building conversational levels for people. I think different courses in Duolingo, they are just different. They work different. You know, and so it depends on the course you're doing, but can Duolingo actually make you fluent? I don't think there's one thing that'll make you fluent. Duolingo, I think, is really good for what was said, building a habit, and just keep up, you know, that fire burning. You know, you have that, it's never gone, it's burning. You keep that alive. So I think Duolingo is great for that, great for people who are new to this because it's visual, it's easy to see, you know, and everything's there, you know. It's like a tiny language pill. You drink it like a vitamin, you know. But now that doesn't take the exercise away, you know. You have to exercise a lot. Duolingo is like that pill that has a bit of everything. But now, as I said, for instance, you have to listen to the language a lot. So you have to develop that habit and massive amounts of listening to different topics, real conversations, in-depth conversations for a longer period of time. So you can do that on YouTube. You can listen to podcasts, for example. So Duolingo is not doing that. And does that make the app bad? No, it's just, that's not the purpose, okay? Duolingo has its purpose. I think it's really good. It's a tool I use. I think it's fun. I learn words, and you speak a little, you listen a little. But now there's everything else. You have to really listen to massive amounts of language. You have to make that normal. So Duolingo is not going to do that for you. So you can't have one tool. At least nowadays, I don't think there's one tool that will make you learn language. It's a combination of tools, a combination of habits, and the things you do will get you there. Will keep you constantly improving, you know, your habits and behavior. So if you're doing only Duolingo, I suggest you find interesting YouTube channels in your target language and start keeping up with them. This will develop the habit of listening to the language that you need, that habit. You need to listen to the language. That's the only way that you make the language more natural to you. You have to listen a lot. I'll give you a suggestion, the Easy Language hub of YouTube channels. I've talked about this before. You know, anything you want. But this is a good recommendation, I would say. You have Easy German if you're learning German. You have Easy French, lots of different things. Check it out. This is a good one. And of course, whatever other thing you find, maybe podcasts you find interesting in the language you're interested in. Even if you don't understand, you have to listen a lot, okay? Listen a lot. Natural things, and you can mix with, you know, learning content for your level, maybe beginners. But you also have to listen to natural native speakers just having conversations. You have to listen a lot. So just combine that. You know, find an interesting podcast or, you know, Easy Language YouTube channel, and now do that in Duolingo. You see, that will just do wonders for you. Okay? I think that was my tip and reaction to this video today. Have a good one. Keep on learning. I'll see you some other time here on this channel. Have a good time. Adios.